Hopefully by now, you've seen our video about how to tint a roll-up window. But there's more to the story. Some cars have frameless windows. Here's how to handle those like a pro. Or a rock star. Cutting the film for a frameless door window is very similar to cutting the film on a roll-up window with a frame. However, there are a few key differences. Whether you single cut or double cut, get the piece of film ready that you're going to use. Then cut the front edge so that it's parallel to the front seal. Once you've done this, reposition the film so that the front edge and bottom edge overlap each seal by about an inch respectively. Once the film is located where you want, squeegee it firmly so that it will not move unless you want it to. Next, cut away the excess film from the top and back edges of the window. Now that the excess material is cut away, it's time to cut the top edge. A common characteristic of frameless door windows is that the glass frequently has compound curvature, which makes for a lot of fingers. Having fingers on the top edge when cutting the film can cause a lot of distortion in matching the edge of the film with the edge of the glass. That's why you see the film being pulled and stretched to smooth it as much as possible just prior to cutting the top edge. Cutting of the top edge on a frameless window is done just the same as with a framed window, except you have to be sure that your corners look good. With framed windows, oftentimes the corners are hidden, but on a frameless window, everything is exposed. So be sure to cut the corners very carefully. Oftentimes it's best to wait to cut the corners as the last part of cutting the film on a frameless window. Once the top edge is cut, reposition the film to have the gap you'll want when it's installed on the inside, which is about 1/16 of an inch. Then firmly squeegee the film to the glass again so that it won't move. Once you're sure that the top edge of the film is located exactly where you want it to be once it's installed, cut the back edge of the film even with the edge of the glass in the same way that you cut the top earlier. Now it's time to slide the film back once more so that it's overlapping the back edge of the window by 1/16 of an inch, making sure that the film is exactly parallel on the back edge to the edge of the window. Now when you cut this edge of the film yet again, you'll have a perfectly matched gap that measures 1/16 of an inch along both exposed edges of the window. Now it's time to mark the film on the front edge of the window. At becomeawindowtinter.com, we like to mark the film by scratching it lightly with our knife. That way, once the film is cut along this line, the film will go behind the front seal, preventing any gaps from being seen later on. Now it's almost time to transfer the film to the peel board for final cuts. But before you do, be sure to check any exposed corners that will be seen later on to make sure that they fit perfectly. Exposed corners need to be cut precisely, unlike hidden corners, which can just be rounded off according to your own preference. Now it's time to transfer the film to your peel board so that you can finish cutting these pieces. Here you see a straight edge being used to cut the front edge by lining it up with the scratch that was put on the outside of the film. After that, the corners are then gently rounded off to make installation easier. Next, the film is flipped end for end, and the back corners are checked and trimmed as necessary. Now it's time to install the film. Tips and tricks for installing film on frameless windows, as well as heat shrinking, are topics we'll cover in future videos. So that's how to cut a frameless door window. If you haven't yet, check out our videos on how to tint a roll-up window and a back window.
Also visit becomeawindowtinter.com to download our awesome cheat sheets.
And please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.